30 years on from one of the most infamous matches in football history, members of England's 1986 World Cup squad gathered to relive events that took place at the Azteca Stadium, where one man single-handedly broke the hearts of a nation. When Colombia pulled out for financial reasons, Mexico stepped in to stage the World Cup. In the UK, viewers stayed up late to watch the greatest football show on earth, with its futuristic TV coverage. Although at times, organisation at ground level was rather chaotic. England were managed by the respected and at times eccentric Bobby Robson, who'd enjoyed success at club level with Ipswich Town. It was Robson's first tournament in charge, but as ever, England expected.
I think it's important to remember that English football was completely in the doldrums. You know, we were playing matches at Wembley with really sparse crowds. The hooliganism was rampant. English football was in desperate need of a lift prior to that World Cup.
I just got my autograph books, right?
What was the song? Remember, what was it?
When we were far. When we were far from home.
I didn't sing it.
Yeah, it was that good, we can't remember it. Do you know, I can remember most World Cup songs, but I can't remember that one for some reason. Look at that.
Well, that is nice. Look at the righties. Look at righties. Look at that there.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And where's the mullet man? Oh, there he is. There's he. Is he waddling?
On to those World Cup quarter-finals and that date with Argentina and Maradona.
All of a sudden, England are the media darlings of Mexico. Written off as no-hopers in Monterrey, now they're the team on a hot streak, and everybody wants a slice of the action.
You heard, Gary, that I was giving you stick, did you, last night?
That's right, Saint. We've heard these bad rumours about things you were saying at half-time, but I'd just like to take you back, actually, to 1958, where there was a certain result, Paraguay 3, Scotland 2 in the World Cup finals. I don't know whether you knew that, Saint.
Well, I did do, but I know the last two goals were offside.
Actually, he was being quite constructive in his criticism, Gary.
Was he really?
Sound very convincing there, Gus.
Yeah. That's proper banter, isn't it?
No memory of that whatsoever. I cannot remember doing that.
With 5 goals in 2 games, Everton's Gary Lineker was now the leading striker at the World Cup, and Barcelona came calling.
I can't do that now. I said, I can't. I said, we're about to play the quarter-final of the World Cup. I said, I can't jeopardise my thoughts. I said, if they really want me now, they'll really want me at the end of the World Cup as well. So, and if they don't by then they're not worth joining.
The Royal Marines, perhaps equally naturally, were in high spirits as they saw the prisoners coming in.
In 1986, memories of the Falklands War were still fresh. As the quarter-finals approached, England versus Argentina was seen by some as much more than just a game of football.
As far as we were concerned, it's not something we thought of as a motivation anyway. We just wanted to win a football match and get through to the semi-finals of the World Cup. I sense it was probably different for them.
The Falklands didn't overshadow it, but it was very much part of the background, very much at the front of our thoughts as well, because we wanted to do well. We obviously wanted to progress and get to the semi-finals. It's history, it's historical facts, and we wanted to go and beat them desperately.
No, es solo fútbol y punto.
Diego there said it's just a game of football, and that's it. So, yeah, but I think all the players were doing that, weren't they?
Yeah. I think we're all old school, and it is a game of football.
You read the papers, you watch the news, you're aware there's been a war, obviously. You'd be a fool not to assume that they were motivated.
What do you think about the extra political dimension to this game?
Listen, don't waste time on questions like that. Don't ask me anything regarding the diplomatic situation, okay, or the political situation. We're here to play football. Don't confuse the two issues. So don't waste my time.
The Argies, obviously, they're the team of the tournament as far as I'm concerned so far, and they'll be well aware of England. I mean, they know what a small task force did to them 4 years ago, don't they, pal?
Indeed.
So they'll be prepared for us this time.
I think you need an exclusion zone around your goals.
Well, I'll hold that, and you say, well, here we are, we're in the Aztec Stadium, we're going to do our best. Be sure to join us here on ITV.
After the break.
Do it straight into there.
Okay. Here we are at the Aztec. We're going to give it all we've got. Be sure and join us here on ITV after the break.
Maradona is loitering with intent. And it comes from Maradona! Off the bar!
That's the dazzling Diego Maradona we're used to seeing on the football field, creating chances and scoring goals. A genuine megastar. But this is the other side of the life of the best player in the world. Not even England's legendary Bobby Charlton can have a personal audience as the press and photographers thrust tape recorders, microphones, pens and cameras in his general direction in the quest for hardly exclusive quotes from the maestro.
I think the consensus was the only way that we're going to stop him is to try and kick him, but that's easier said than done.
So what you're saying here is that we want two on the ball.
There's a bit of debate as to whether you single out an English player and just say it's your job to stay shirt to shirt with him and just keep him out of the game.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, that's not our style, is it? You know, that's not the English style. We don't really go man for man.
We just felt that he was very good when he got on a run with the ball, dribbling, and the nearest player was going to try and close him down as quickly as possible.
You've got to take special measures for special players, and I think Platini and Maradona are the two special players in the world who you ignore them at your peril.
Who have you got in England saying you'd like to see doing that job?
Well, possibly Stevens, if he seems to like Stevens
I think Maradona would destroy him.
I never knew what Maradona looked like many years afterwards, because all I saw in those games was the back of his head.
Less than 20 minutes to the kick-off in England's most important match in the last 20 years against Argentina for a place in the 1986 World Cup semi-finals. The Azteca Stadium in Mexico City, one of the greatest sporting sights in the world. And the team news is that Terry Fenwick returns to the defence in place of Alvin Martin with the awesome task, presumably, of marking the great Diego Maradona.
Now, Bobby, you told us earlier today that you thought Alvin Martin had played the best international of his life, and yet you've gone for Terry Fenwick. Just explain your thinking behind that.
Well, I don't have to, for a start. I don't have to explain that to anybody. I don't even have to explain that to my chairman.
You think we'll still be in the World Cup at the end of today?
Oh. Well, I mean, who knows? Yes, we're confident. We're going to give it the go. We're going to give it everything we've got. And let's hope that will do the trick.
Good speech.
Yeah, well played,
really
Bobby.
good.
Well played, Bobby.
Yeah.
One of the funniest guys you'd ever meet without knowing he was funny.
You get plenty of Churchill from Bobby, but you get other things as well.
He's doing a team talk and he spoke for 20 minutes, calming us down, relaxing us. And then he said, whatever you do, lads, don't worry about them 60 million people back home watching. So just all I went, yeah, cheers, boss, thank you very much.
He was absolutely brilliant.
Can you remember he tried to give everybody a saying, like a phrase? Can you remember that? And who did he give the phrase? Was it Peter Reid?
In possession.
Well, you're in possession, you've got to be out of position. When you're out of possession, you must be in position. You remember that one? And he remember that, and he tried to say it, and he couldn't say it right.
He kept getting it wrong,
He kept getting it wrong. And everybody was in tears of laughter because he couldn't say it.
Winning isn't everything in sport, but trying to win certainly is. The players are well aware of your dreams and expectations back home. Ali Ben Nasser, a 42-year-old Tunisian, is the referee. He's assisted by Bernie Ulloa from Costa Rica and Bogdan Dochev of Bulgaria.
The referee was sort of looked a bit nervous. He didn't give the impression of...
Very well defensively, haven't we?
Yes.
We've kept them tight.
It's not going to be a high-scoring match, is it? It's one of those games where whoever gets the first goal, I think, are going to then shut shop.
Batista, Enrique. Now Alati Kochea, who's been used in the other matches as a substitute, but getting a starting role because of Gary's suspension. And Maradona picks away through where there seemed to be none.
I saw Maradona running towards the edge of the box, and he suddenly did a couple of little dribbles and played a 1-2.
For some reason, I'm marking Jorge Valdano as not a left back. I appeal for it. Offside, hand goes up.
The ball gets played to Hodgie on the edge of the box, and I'm thinking, go on, Hodgie, boot it clear.
I had a good left foot. It came at a nice height, and I flicked it back, and I caught the contact spot on. And I had no hesitation in my brain saying that could be a problem.
I didn't realise that he actually said he actually tried a back pass to me, thinking that I was in the clear, I'd just come and catch it.
I caught it spot on. In those days, the keeper comes out, he can catch the ball, and off we go.
Instinct told me I could just get there before him.
And Maradona picks away through where there seemed to be none. And Shilton is back to it. It's Maradona's goal. England claim that it was put in with the hand. And Shilton is so incensed that he's come all the way to argue with the referee. It was a miscued attempted clearance, and Maradona handled it in, and fortune has turned sour on England. Clearly put in with a hand.
Everyone knows.
He certainly knows.
I certainly saw it, and I knew, and I just sort of turned away as if, well, we're going to get a free kick here. And then I realised that the referee and then the linesman started to run towards the halfway line, and I knew then in my stomach that he was given the goal. My stomach's churning at the time, knowing he's not going to change his mind now.
I blame the assistants for not seeing that. I mean, I think it was pretty clear.
I think there's something inside me that when I looked, I thought the linesman thought there was something. I think he knew. I can't prove it. It's just my personal opinion. They've missed it. If they didn't see it, then genuinely they can't give it. So you can blame them. You can blame Diego for his what he calls a trick rather than cheating. But they got away with it.
It was my back pass. I was 5 yards away, and I had not seen a thing. Not a thing.
It was almost a bit surreal that this can't be happening to us in the World Cup.
And I'm saying he put his hand on the ball because Schultz told me and the lad said he's handled it. And I'm saying I've got the ump, but there's nothing I can do. I don't blame the officials. They've made a mistake.
Suddenly you get that feeling, my God, they're not going to give it. We knew we'd been cheated against, and it was an incredible bit of refereeing.
You were trying to give it to...
Yeah.
Were you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You were?
That's a great back pass.
Oh, yeah. What were you thinking?
Absolutely. It was risky. It was risky.
Well, you could do in those days. Worth mentioning that for younger people, you were allowed to pass the ball back to a goal.
It didn't look like a back pass at the time. I think in the World Cup quarter-final, I mean, that is an utter disgrace that he's been allowed to get away with that.
I think the linesman saw it. My instinct tells me he saw it.
If you watch that from behind the goal, he has done that before. Because you watch his head, don't watch his arm, watch his head. Yeah. As he does it, he flicks his head.
Yeah.
It's clever.
He's done
but
that
it's got
before.
nothing to lose anyway, Glenn, because it's a free kick to us in our box, and they get back, and so what? He just took a chance.
We had everything to lose, he had nothing to lose. Well, he's conned the referee and the officials with a handball, but then he scored what is going to be probably the best ever World Cup goal in history.
Lineker and Beardsley make their moves, and Beardsley this time did get a yard on Cutrufo.
Oh, ref! It's a foul. I've never noticed that before.
Been able to control the play in midfield.
I tell you what though, having watched that now, I'd never noticed before Glenn Hoddle. Never seen it before. That Glenn was absolutely whacked just before Maradona gets the ball.
Glenn got fouled, didn't get a free kick. He gets the ball, does a pirouette, and I was 5 yards behind him when he took off.
I've gone through this countless times in my mind about what I should have done. I know what I should have done. I should have just smashed him on the halfway line, but there we are. Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
And he's hurting England again here. It's a brilliant run. It's one of the World Cup great goals. And there's no doubt about that one. He left a trail of England players in his wake.
That is some goal. That is some goal. The best goal ever.
It weren't bad.
I felt like I should applaud after that.
Peter Reid's near him and Peter Beardsley's near him, and I could see ahead of him Butcher and I could see Fenwick. It seemed a long way to the goal.
And Peter Reid's inside me, so I'm thinking, I'll show him to my left. And then he goes past Peter, now he's past me, and I'm thinking, oh no. Comes up against Terry Fenwick on the edge of the box. And Terry's already been booked in the game, so he can't bring him down. If he does, he's off.
90% of striker would hit it across me in the wide part of goal, but I didn't realise that Stevens had got back really well and was covering that side of the goal. So Maradona did the only thing he could and switch it from his left to his right and put it in the narrow part of goal.
And I'm thinking, I can get this, but I couldn't see the ball because his body positioning was such that he shielded me from the ball. So I just stuck out a left leg to try and hook the ball away. And the next thing I see is the ball flying into the back of our net.
I wish I had touched it. It would have been the greatest own goal in World Cup history.
Because that would have deprived him, little cheating so-and-so, of the best goal probably ever in a World Cup.
I think he's dethroned Pele. I've never seen such a wonderful player. He's got the power of the ball, but he's got all the subtlety in the world. He's fantastic. Fantastic player.
Well, the game transformed when he brought the substitutions on, Waddle and Barnes.
I felt we were waiting for a bit more width actually, right through the tournament, and we fed him, and John started to influence the game.
Sansom able to keep the pressure on with the help of Hodge, who just got back on side. Now Barnes with his first real run. And Lineker! And Argentina won't release the ball. England have got one back.
John was a beautiful footballer. I mean, he showed when he came on what he could do.
Lineker's first real sight of goal, and he made it count. They've got three forward, England getting their numbers back. It's a good challenge by Hodge. And now Barnes, he's made one. Can he make a second and save England? He's got the better of Enrique. No! From inches away. It was a tremendous cross from Barnes.
I know that it's perfectly in my path. I know that I'm a yard or so out. I've already thinking I'm scored. And as I head the ball, and I do head the ball, you can't really tell on the TV, I've looked at it myself loads of times, but I know, I do remember heading it. But Alartigachea, their left back, has come up. I didn't even know he was there, to be honest. I just thought I was just tapping it in with my head. And he's kind of come underneath me, he's dived up. I've headed it onto the back of his head and it squirmed out.
You got touched it as well?
Yeah, I touched it, yeah. I know I touched it.
Don't tell me that, I feel even worse now.
The final whistle has gone. England are out of the 1986 World Cup. Argentina celebrate. Diego Maradona really has sent England home. And Bobby Robson will curse the nature of the first goal of the match 6 minutes into the second half when Maradona clearly used an arm.
Very difficult now, I know, but your view on that first Maradona goal, first of all?
Well, it looked a bit dubious. The second one is a miracle, marvellous goal. We've gone out to a very good team. I think we've done as much as we could. We were so near, and yet in football, that can be so far away.
I was in the drugs test with Maradona.
I thought it was you.
With Diego.
That's a bad decision in a very big match.
Do you get a bit of stick from some of the other lads for having the shirt?
Talk about the first goal. Could you please talk about the first goal and what you saw on it? This is an English song.
Well, I haven't seen the television. All I can go on is what I felt I saw, which was the ball in the air, with Maradona going for it, with Shilton being favourite, and Maradona handled the ball into the goal, didn't he? Didn't he?
Yes.
I think he did. I mean, I suppose television will prove it, but that was the way it was to me. That now gives them the edge. That's a bad decision in a very big match. We don't expect decisions like that at World Cup level.
Spot on, Bobby.
Very good.
He did come in the dressing room straight after us, didn't he? And he said, first thing he said, he was going, he did handball it.
He did handball it.
He did handball it,
Yeah.
He didn't handball it, yeah. Every player that I've seen do something like that do say, look, I'm sorry, I did cheat, but we never got that off Maradona, and he did leave a bad taste in the mouth.
The anger was absolutely amazing. I think one of their kit man, or the Argentinian kit man, brought in some Argentinian shirts to give us if we want to swap. Ray Wilkins, I never heard Ray swear before, but he went potty.
Please tell me what it was like, because I wasn't there. I was in the drugs test with Maradona.
I thought it was with Diego?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you say anything to him?
Yeah, well, I just went, that, or that.
Yeah.
And he went that.
Did he? He did?
Yeah. It's probably the best thing he ever did, because I would have killed him if he hadn't.
So it's the end of the road for all our World Cup hopes. England, the last of the home countries to be eliminated from the competition. But it was certainly a game that had us on the edge of our seats, Greasy.
I did, but there you are, Ian. At the end of the day, it didn't quite work out right for us, did it?
No, it didn't. Well, our guest today is a man, hopefully, will put a smile back on our face, Jim Davidson.
Yes, he's smiling, isn't he?
Oh dear. Well, England's players have taken an early flight out of Mexico City this morning to return home, but manager Bobby Robson is staying, and he's joining us now from Mexico. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Have you got over the disappointment?
Barely, but it'll come. It'll be all right. If you take Maradona out of their team, they can't beat us. And, if we'd had him, we would have won 3-0.
Do you get a bit of stick from some of the other lads for having the shirt?
Not really, no. You get banter, of course.
And you chased him and got his shirt anyway, so you like him, don't you?
You actually went.
Far into the pitch, I got caught by Jim Rosenthal. Quick interview for 2 minutes.
Looking at you now, you're obviously pretty upset, Steve. 1 or 2 tears around the dressing room, I would think.
Well, I don't think tears, no. I mean, we've given our all. We could do no more. I mean, on the day Maradona was different class.
I did about 2 minutes with him and went underneath where the changing rooms were, and he was facing me. So I just thought, I'll ask the question now, where you're facing me, 5 yards away, and just give it the old tug on the shoulder, came straight across, exchange shirts.
Did you see him punch it in?
I had no idea, no.
You didn't know he'd punched it in?
Well, obviously I thought something was wrong, but I didn't know what exactly had gone on.
If you'd known he'd handled the ball, would you have swapped the shirt?
No.
I think that shirt is worth around £300,000.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I suppose it is a famous shirt, but I don't think any of the other players would have swapped shirts on that day.
And Maradona flicks away through where there seemed to be none. And Shilton is beaten to it. It's Maradona's goal.
Three days later, Diego Maradona was back at the Azteca Stadium, breaking Belgian hearts in less controversial fashion. His 2 brilliant goals saw Argentina into the final. where they would face another of England's old enemies.
I didn't see it. Didn't watch the final. Didn't want to. I mean, what a choice in the final. Who do you want to win or who do you want to lose? West Germany against Argentina. I'm not going to watch that.
I want them both to lose.
I want them both to lose. Yeah, that's right.
Floated to the far side. And now Maradona. And this could be the break again for Argentina. And he scored! 2-0. Neymar with the corner for West Germany. And forced in by Rummenigge. Corner coming in. And it's there! Voila! 2-2. Now, Maradona. Touched by him, Boricaga's onside. Played onside by Riegel. And there's the reprieve for Argentina. Boricaga makes it 3-2. And Argentina are the new world champions. 3 goals to 2. A triumph for Diego Maradona and for Argentina.
He's a great player, the greatest player I played against, but I wouldn't say he's a player that I respect as much as probably a lot of other players I've played against.
There's a word beginning with F. It's flawed genius.
He should never have done it, and he got away with it.
It's not about forgiving Maradona, it's about the officiating at the time.
Diego. I like Diego. I have to confess. He cheated us, but I've forgiven him.